guy's gonna be standing right there.
So we have to open the hood.
You have to.
Okay. So where's the lock? Show us the lock too.
Oh,
The lock.
nobody showed you that?
Yeah, no. That's the lock here. It's,
Maybe you need two hands.
Okay.
It's locked, right? Look it. Down, and maybe you need to pull that hook,
okay.
right? To put it back, you maybe pull, push. That's all. Unlock it, right? Unlock it, yeah? All my lights are properly mounted secure. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. They're clean. They're amber in color. All my lights could be seen 500 feet, except my headlights, 250. I have 3 identification lights, two clearance lights, reflective lenses. My turn signals, properly mounted secure, reflective lenses, right? I have no puddles. Then open the freaking hood. I'm gonna come on this side because I got one belt-driven component over here. I got an alternator, properly mounted and secured. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. It's belt-driven. My belt's not cut, tape, frayed, dry rotted, no more than 1/4 inch. My wires, no corrosion on my wires. I'm gonna talk about another belt-driven thing. I'm talking about a belt-driven. Why not come over here and knock out the other belt-driven water pump, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, broken, it's not leaking. I know it's belt-driven, no more than 1/4 inch free play, not cut, tape, frayed, dry rotted, whatever. I'm gonna stay with the other 2 components. Talk about the 4 components. Air compressor back there, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. My power steering pump is properly mounted, secure, not cracked, or bent, or broken. Power steering pump. I'm going to talk about my power steering, stay with it. My power steering reservoir, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking up to proper level. My hoses, no abrasion, bulges, cuts, splices, or leaks. So I knocked out the 4 components. Top to bottom, left to right, in to out. Coolant reservoir, properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken, or leaking. None of my hoses has abrasion, bulges, cuts, leaks, or splices. This is where I would fill my oil. This is where I would check my oil. Coming out and down. My frame is the next thing I see. Properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. No welds and no illegal holes. Stay with the frame. I have a front hanger and a rear hanger with the shackle, right? And that's supporting my leaf spring. None are broken, none are missing, no more than 25% could have a crack. My U-bolt and saddle's not loose or there'll be shiny metal right here. Right? So I talked about a lot of shit. Now I see my shock. Properly mounted, secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's mounted to my frame and my axle. I got rubber grommets or rubber bushings that aren't dry rotted. Right? Coming out, I see my steering shaft, my U-joint, my steering box, my pitman arm, my drag link, my upper and lower steering control arms with my tie rod end. They are all properly mounted and secured. They're not cracked, bent, or broken. They're well greased and all my castle nut and cotter pins are in place. Coming over here, I see a brake chamber working out. Brake chamber and clamp, properly mounted and secure, not cracked, bent, or broken. It's not leaking. My air hoses are not leaking. No abrasion, bulges, cuts. I have a push rod that connects to my slack adjuster with a clevis pin and cotter pin. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. It's properly mounted and secured. I have no more than 1 inch of free play when the brakes are released. I know I have an inner and outer hub seal. They're not cracked, bent, broken, or leaking. I have a brake lining, no less than 1/4 inch lining. I have no grease, oil, or debris. My drum is round. It's not bent, cracked, or broken. There's no welds on my drum. Now I'm coming up. I have the same size and style tire across the axle. These cannot be recapped. I have no debris in all my major grooves, and there's a minimum of 430 seconds. I've got 100 and 110 pounds of pressure in my tire. I have no abrasion, bulges, or cuts on my tire working down. I've got a good bead on my aluminum rim. That is a Hub Pilot rim. It's round. It's not cracked, bent, or broken. There's no welds. All my bolts are tight and present. They're not stripped. If they were loose, I'd have white powdery residue because it's an aluminum Hub Pilot rim. My hub seals, I already mentioned, are not leaking, but my hub is properly mounted and secured, not cracked, bent, or broken. All my bolts are tight and present, and I've got 1 inch of 90 weight oil in there that I could check myself. All right, let's talk about A.